welcome to today's video. My name is Queenie and today I'm going to give you an update on my own gel allergy, and then we are going to go through the questions and comments from my original gel allergy video. I couldn't believe when I put that video up, and it was just basically like, this is what I'm experiencing, this is what happened, this is where I'm at now. The outpouring of comfort that I received from so many people, the openness of people to share their own story. I wanted to kind of break it down and go through the comments, answer questions, elaborate on some things. I'm going to link it below for you to go and check out, read through everything yourself, watch the whole video, because I'm going to answer a lot of questions in that video that I probably may or may not touch base on here, but it will give you, my more of my backstory. One of the things that's the most important to understand is I'm not a doctor. None of the people that are commenting about their experiences are doctors. So if you think that you have some type of an issue going on, you really need to talk to your doctor. Let me go through a quick update of my journey. It's only going to be like about a minute because everything is in that other video, like I said. But my gel allergy started in about August of 2021. It was a terrifying experience. I had no idea what was going on. My nails, the onycholysis was just so bad, and I thought my nails were all going to fall off. And back then, there really wasn't very much online about nail allergies, but I kind of figured that that's what it was. I had been doing gel, it was, right after COVID and all of that, and I moved, so I couldn't find a good nail salon, and I just decided to start doing my nails myself. So I bought stuff off of Amazon, and you know the drill, because if you're experiencing this, you probably did the same exact thing. And this is what they look like now. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. I do have 2 coats of my SE base coat on that I love so much, which I will share with you at the end of the video. I will be sharing some of my favorite products that I like to use that are regular polish. I'm going to also touch base on some of the things that I can and cannot do as far as gel products go with my small business and with my making of press-ons. But you can see I've really come a long way. Without the base coat on, they look a touch dry and they split easily. But if I keep 2 thicker coats of base coat on them, they usually will hold up pretty well, and they're pretty strong, and they also have a flexibility. They have their flexibility back, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So even if they bend, they don't necessarily snap, and it's coming along. So I wanted to show you, just that before, a little bit of before and after. And at this point right now, let's jump into the comments. I'm going to sort from oldest, so like the very first comments that I got, and we're just going to work our way up the list and, just go through it. So I have my screen in front of me, so if you see me kind of going down to read, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to assume that since if you posted on that, you have no problem with me sharing that your comment is on here. So, and I want to give people, the credit. So I'm just going to kind of say their comments out loud. Okay, so Stacy Hall 8043 said, "Thank you so much for posting this. I too developed the dreaded gel allergy over COVID times, self-inflicted, of course." That made me laugh because, yeah, we all did that, self-inflicted. At the time, I had zero idea what was going on, but after a lot of research, I figured it out, and I saw a dermatologist and got a steroid cream to help with healing. Again, that's something for your doctor to decide. I can relate to you 100% on this because everything you talked about, I went through. Now I've learned that I can still use dip liquids with dip powder, but I cannot use any kind of gel polishes, gel base, gel top coat, etc. I haven't been allergy tested, but I have thought about it. Because I love doing my nails and I do other people's nails as well. If I do gel on them, I make sure to always wear at least 7 mil black gloves or pink gloves, whatever, And they're the ones you get on Amazon. I'll talk about them later in the video. And I have a recommendation for you too, because the ones I found work really well. And I have had 0 issues from that point, but needless to say, I'm right there with you, and I'm glad you posted this. I'm so going to try the SC products you talked about. Yes, absolutely try those. All right, let's elaborate on this for myself. So she says she can still use dip liquids with dip powder. Dip liquids and dip powder are both acrylates copolymers. Dip powder is literally acrylates copolymers. Like, that's all it is. But I'm not allergic to the powder form. I'm only allergic to acrylates copolymers when they are in liquid form. So I also cannot use dip. I can use nail glue though, because that's a completely different kind of glue. However, I don't use it in large quantities, and usually when I wear press-ons, I use the adhesive tabs because I don't want to trigger my allergy, because it just, once it starts, it's kind of hard to get it to stop. So I just can't use dip liquids. The acrylates copolymers levels, if it's the first thing listed, which it is, on the base and the top coats, the activator is completely different. It's a different type of thing. And then somebody said, yes, I also wear the special gloves and the protective hand cream under the gloves. Now, a couple people under there is like, what is the protective hand cream that you speak of? Like, you know, I said, I'm like, let us know what it is. I'll post a link to it in the description box. Never heard back from her. But like I said, a bunch of people wanted to know. And girl, we need to know what it is. If I had to guess, I would say that it might be the Avon silicone glove. Do they even still make that? I don't know. Leave me a comment if they do make that, because that might be something that could help somebody out. Put that on and then put the gloves on. Nana Ange Nails It said, very good info. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Tammy, oh, this is a long one. Tammy Leak IVI 7441. My sis sent me this video, and it's exactly the same as my nail journey. Well done. I love Orly, especially the breathable line, because I talked about Orly as being some of the products that I liked. I'm very glad that her sister shared this video, because it's scary. It's really scary. And like, when you think you're the only person going through it, or you have no idea what is going on, it can be very terrifying, especially when your nails start to lift. This person posted this question 3 times. This is Doors to Hide Behind 156. I love that username. If you get gel polish on yourself, can you wipe it away with acetone, and will that prevent you from developing an allergy? So this is a 2 or 3 part question. Thy Always Seek says, yes, use alcohol or acetone to immediately wipe away any gel products that make contact with your skin. Never flood your cuticles, and if you do, clean it all away before curing. That is exactly correct. Now, to address the will it prevent you from developing an allergy, who knows? Don't cure gel on your skin. That's step number 1. Will it keep you from getting an allergy? Nobody knows that. Nobody can guarantee it won't cause an allergy. Be careful. Don't get it on your skin in the first place. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh, okay. I also talked about my nails being way more ridged than they were before the allergy. My pinky nail is just ridiculous. But I've always had ridged nails. Even as a kid, I always had ridged nails. So Sandy Sparkles Gaming says, I'm a qualified nail professional. I love when nail pros chime in, because they really do have really great information. Thanks for sharing your allergy. Ridges can be caused by a few things. Most commonly, it's age due to hormones, especially menopause. The ridges get deeper, so filing causes thinning of the nail, which makes perfect sense. especially at my age. My nail allergy and what she was talking about kind of like went hand in hand at the same exact time. But I do feel like it was my nail allergy really was the main culprit. What does she say? A few higher ridge lines on this nail, on a nail. This is due to trauma on the nail plate or at your matrix, which is the space between your nail and the first knuckle. Buffing ridge nails will cause your nails to thin too much. Rather, find a product called Ridge Filler. Good luck. I will talk about 2 ridge filling products that I use more at the end of the video. Okay. Let's see. Pamela Roberts, 3517. Oh my word, thank you so much. This is such an informative video, and I'm blessed to have found you, Queenie. I have had most of the allergies you have mentioned. It's horrendous, painful, stressful, and very uncomfortable, but it also made me traumatized. I ended up biting them too. Ow! My doctor wasn't helpful at all. He just said stop doing nails. Sure. It's been 8 months now and my nails are still not properly grown out, so I really feel for anyone who is or has suffered, but you are so right. It was my stupidity and rubbish in application. I love the word rubbish in application that caused mine, but lesson learned and fingers crossed, not literally. I'm on the road to recovery now and hope I don't have any more reactions. Thank you. You are the best, with tons of hearts afterwards. You're welcome, Pamela. Biting them just weakens the nail, so that could be causing the problem. I think you just have to keep everything off your nails. Don't do anything. Cuticle oil only a few times a day. And honestly, like, that's my best advice. Just don't put anything on your nails. You know, as soon as you suspect an allergy, take everything off your nails. Be gentle, give it time to soak. Just get it off and don't put anything else on. The Jukebox Widow says, I'm also allergic. I now create press-ons. I use tabs and glue on top. I've never tried that, but I have heard that, I've heard some people say it works really well, and I've heard some people say that they can't get the tabs off their nails if they put the glue on top. So, do that at your own risk. I can easily get a week, probably longer if I wanted to. I use silicone skin barrier cream and gloves to protect my hands. Okay, so now she's using like the silicone glove, I bet you. Be careful of the inhibition layer after curing. That is how I have had flare-ups. Don't remove your gloves until you've cleaned your press-ons with alcohol. Absolutely great advice. That inhibition layer is still gel. And if you touch your skin with it, you will cause flare-ups. Sandy Rice 3559, thank you so much for posting this video. Gel allergies have become so prevalent, mostly with DIYers, since the lockdown a few years ago. I was a licensed nail tech in the 80s and 90s before gel was a thing. I let my license lapse in the early 2000s because life took me in a different direction, but I continued doing my own nails. About 10 years ago, I jumped on the gel bandwagon and all was well until about 4 years ago. Up until then, I had been using professional products with no issues. Then I bought some cheap crap off Amazon and everything went south. It started with itching and burning around my cuticles. Yeah, I'm in the medical field now. This is the other direction that I mentioned. I was in total denial and thought I could treat the reaction with prescription steroid ointment and oral Benadryl without removing the gel. Big mistake. By the time I finally took everything off, my nails, they were so painful that I could barely stand it, and I took 5 months for them to heal. Bottom line, folks, if you feel anything out of the ordinary, remove the product immediately. Yes, can't stress that enough. Thanks, Sandy, for sharing that. Okay, Elizabeth M, 1913, she shared, thank you so much for sharing. I had also developed a gel allergy and was putting a gel layer on top of dip for 2 years at a great salon. However, I started developing onycholysis around the corners of my index finger and then full on bit all of them. My nail tech, who is great, then advised to take a break. That was 5 months ago and they are almost all good. So yeah. Take a break, take everything off, don't bite your nails, don't file them, don't do anything to them except cuticle oil. Beth Brash here says similar story, going through it now. Thanks for posting, you're welcome. Try a HEMA-free gel polish as you shouldn't have an allergic reaction. Okay, this is a common misconception. And I did say in my comment, quite brazenly, actually, I'm assuming you didn't watch the whole video because I go through that entire explanation. I'm allergic to acrylates copolymers, so it doesn't matter if I use HEMA-free or HEMA or whatever. That's a really important thing to make a note of. But so that was from somebody who really thought that they were giving good advice. So I'm just kind of elaborating, because this is not meant to throw anybody under the bus. Cillian says, I needed this. I'm afraid I have that lifting on my nails. I may have got too much gel on my skin and maybe not have seen it before I cured it. Now I actually am going to take the gel off my nails in this moment and let them heal. Yes, good. Michelle Isabel says, same story in timeline here, but my situation was way worse with my nails crumbling off halfway down the nail plate. Hideous. She said hideous, not me. And if that wasn't all bad enough, I ended up with a fungal infection. She went on 2 prescriptions. She went to the doctor. That's what she should do. Antifungal topicals for 1 year, but I became resistant. She has just gone over and over things. Let's see how she was doing. Haven't been able to wear nails polish, regular nail polish for 18 months. This was posted 10 months ago. Lesson definitely learned. I would love to have an update, Michelle Isabel, if you are watching this. Leave a comment below. Let us know how you're doing, because that sounds really painful, and I really hope you're feeling better. So leave us a comment below. Donna Drain 4977 says, hi Queenie, if I were the perfect allergy patient, I would never wear makeup, do my nails, or use luxurious shampoo, hairspray, etc. The truth is, I'm a woman who loves all of that, so I wear as much as I can and pull back when I can't. You can bet I'll have nice nails and makeup for my son's wedding in June. Same girl. My daughter got married in July, so it was kind of funny that she said that. Larice94 says, great info. Thank you, and you're welcome. I'm recovering from this right now myself, from the cat ate my shoe. And I know I'm saying, like, I want to hear from people on update. I want to hear from everybody on their updates. I really want to know how everybody is doing. I just couldn't believe the outpouring of information and the willingness of people to share their stories. I mean, I know I said that before, but it's like, thank you so much for, sharing this and helping other people. That was why I did the video in the first place. 'Cause I'm like, I can't be the only one that's terrified. Daily Polish Me says, fantastic explanation. Thanks for sharing. You are welcome. Some call me Connie. It is curing on the skin, yes, but this is only one part. I assume your nail tech had professional products, which makes a huge difference. The stuff that people buy on Amazon or AliExpress is highly allergic. It's because they use very poor HEMA. It's just very low quality HEMA, and it just triggers allergies like you wouldn't believe. I have a nail allergy and I'm so sad. I'm trying to see if I can still be a nail tech. I love this video. Thank you so much. Yeah. Artsy Marzipan commented on that video, and she said it might help if you commit to wearing nitrile gloves, and from now on, while doing other people's nails, make sure they're at least 8 mil thick and you change them every so often. I would change them with every client. And she said 8 mil. Somebody else had said 7 mil. I don't think mine are quite that thick. But again, I'm not doing 10 clients a day either. Another person recommending a brand of gel polish, which I'm just not going to recommend brands or not recommend brands. I mean, don't use the cheap stuff. Oh, okay, this is a really good one. Okay, so this is from Crown Lily, and she says, when I developed my allergy in 2017, it was very unheard of. And I believe that, because when I developed mine in 2021, just 5 years ago, I couldn't find any information about it, or very little. I even had people laugh at me when I'd say I was allergic to gel polish. That's like just wrong. With my allergy, I can't use gel polish or have acrylic nails. Allergic to the liquid, not the powder. That is one thing I have not tried is acrylic liquid, the monomer. I haven't tried that. I want to, but I'm afraid. So I might do a patch test. But dip systems and regular nail polishes don't trigger my allergy. So I'm just throwing this out here. Don't take my word for it. But I feel like, this is just my opinion, I feel like if you are allergic to gel polish, but you can use dip liquids, you're not allergic to acrylic copolymers. You're allergic to HEMA. But since I can't use dip and I'm allergic to acrylic copolymers, that's kind of like what's solidifying my thought on that. But again, I'm no expert. I'm just somebody who experienced this. Oh my God, this made me laugh. This is Kaylee Hall 9728, and her comment is, I just got lipstick on my hand because I rubbed my hand. One for upstairs and one for downstairs. It sounds like me with chapstick. She is referring to my cuticle oil bottles that I talked about. I have one for upstairs and I have one for downstairs in the living room for nighttime when I'm watching TV. Okay, here is a good question. This is from Cool Snow Girl 92. Her question is, thanks for sharing. What glue do you use to put on the press-ons? I'm just going to read my answer because it's still my answer. Because I usually only wear my tips for a day or two, I wear adhesive jelly tabs for mine. And the best glue that I have found that I am not allergic to is the McCart nail glue. You can find it on my Amazon storefront, and that's the one that I can use. So I would highly recommend like trying different ones if you are, you know, dead set on applying your press-ons with glue as opposed to the sticky tabs. But I'd never tell you what to do or what not to do. Okay, so this next comment is like uber long. But she touches on a couple things that I mentioned in the original video. And one of the things is to watch another video on another channel by a chemist. His name is Jim McConnell, and he talks about lamp strength and all that kind of thing. And he wants to make sure that, you know, you're using the right lamp and you're curing properly and for the right amount of time. And he talks about HEMA compounds and what makes a compound good or poor. And it's just a really good channel and really good thing to watch. So I'm going to link that below for you as well, so you could check that out. But she talks about how she used cheap products from Amazon. She loves the Jim McConnell video that I recommend, and she's going on talking about that. But she just starts talking about that she used cheap products and she was messy and she got gel on her skin and she cured it and all of that. But I wanted to make sure I brought up the fact that she was referring to Jim McConnell. Here is Nails Shelly Bronson. She says, wow, I wish I saw this video sooner. I have a breakout right now on my right hand. It's just 2 fingers for me. And that's the other thing, like you can get an allergy on just 1 or 2 fingers. I've had the allergy recur on my thumb several times over, but the other nails don't get affected. And I think it's just because like maybe I hit it with some gel polish or something and like all of a sudden like I'll feel that burning. I always try, like even in my videos, like you might see me get gel in my hand, but what you don't see is that I literally get up and go and wash my hands like with soap and water immediately. So I always do that. So if you accidentally get gel on you, always make sure you do that. I would love to know how Nails Shelly Bronson's doing now. This comment is from MJB.7979. I feel this one, it deep in my soul. I feel this. She's like, oh no, I should have watched this before I bought a $150 D&D starter kit. It arrived today. Now I'm scared to get an allergy. Okay, let me read you the answers to this, because I find this really, really interesting. I said, if you've never used gel before, just take some time to educate yourself on curing in lamps and how to apply safely. What I should have added into that, which I probably could still edit it in, D&D is a really good brand. I mean, if you're going to spend the money, D&D is a really good brand. And like, you need to educate yourself. If you're going to, like, I can't say it enough that D&D is such a good brand. And if you're going to educate yourself and learn how to use it properly, you can't start with a better brand. And I know I'm like, don't recommend brands, but honestly, like, in her situation, she is not allergic. She hasn't even started yet. So if you're going to do it yourself, rather than go to a salon and you educate yourself and learn what to do and what not to do, I mean, yeah. So I know I'm being contradictory, but I'm just saying, like, in her situation, she's not allergic. She's just starting. She's just scared. So I'm kind of curious to see an update from MJB 7979 to see if she ever got into gel or not. So somebody else responded. Scathy3623 said, oh no, I'm wishing the same. My lamp arrived today and I was so excited until I came across this and other videos discussing the allergy risks. I honestly had no idea. I've never even tried gel nails, but thought it would be fun trying to do my own. Now I'm tossing up whether to just return the lamp. I'm leaning towards it just not being worth the risk. That I agree with. I wholeheartedly agree that if you're scared and you don't want to take the risk, return the lamp and just use regular polish. Regular polish has acrylates copolymers in it as well for the bonding agent. It's just way, way down on the ingredient list. So I can use regular polish with no issues. There's only one regular polish that triggers my allergy. And it is called Sally Hansen Miracle Gel. It's not gel. It's in a clear bottle, but that's what it's called. And I'm not saying it'll trigger your allergy, but I have a feeling that it might have more acrylates copolymers in it than my body can handle. So when I use that, my allergy triggers. So I found that out because I had that in my regular polish arsenal. And I was like, okay, I can use this. And I had this like gorgeous blue color and I put it on and like within 2 hours, I was like, what is going on? So thankfully it's just regular polish and I took it off with, some regular nail polish remover. And I was able to get a grasp on the allergy and it stopped within a couple days. But yeah, Sally Hansen Miracle Gel, I can't use, but indie brands, I can use those. I love my Essie. I am an Orly junkie. I love my regular polishes for myself. So my response to Scathy3623 saying she didn't think it was worth the risk, my response there was, yeah, that's totally your call, and it is for everyone. It's normal to not realize risks. I mean, I did the same thing. I never dreamed that uncured gel could be so dangerous. That's just ignorance on my part. And I think everybody, maybe 80% of people that are watching this video right now, we just didn't know, and we didn't educate ourselves, and that was it. That being said, I'm glad you found my video before anything happened. Yes, still stand by that. I'd much rather have you find it because you're learning than because you're suffering. And that is just absolutely true. Thank you so much for your comment. Scathy, I would like an update from you as well. Let us know what you decided to do. Here's another person I would like to hear back from. This is Pat Jones 5723. This is currently happening to me. My nails are a mess right now. I don't know what to do to make them look better as they grow out, and that's why I'm here. Cuticle oil. Keep everything off your nails. Cuticle oil several times a day. Have an upstairs and a downstairs bottle. If you have, if you have an upstairs and a downstairs, and just do that. Don't put anything on your nails other than cuticle oil. And again, I have my recommendations for the end of the video, so we will be going through those. Ziggy Productions 1 says, I had exactly that, even though I didn't get any on my skin. I was still getting blisters under my nails, and they would lift off my nail beds. You're ultra sensitive, or it's airborne, or any number of other reasons. This was 2 months ago, so if you're still having issues, I would go to the doctor. But yeah, definitely give us an update. Let us know how you are. Larido 8448. Thank you for sharing your story. I'm feeling frustrated because I'm currently recovering and my index finger feels like it's being burned. Oh, I know that feeling. No matter how careful I try, it's not working, and it saddens me to have to put my passion aside. It is a temporary aside, hopefully. This was 2 months ago as well, so let us know how you are. I know that burning feeling. It is so painful and so uncomfortable. Ziggy also commented, once you have such an allergic reaction as I did, were your nails separate from the nail bed on a colossus, I will never be able to use gels again. No, probably not. You probably will never be able to use gels again. If your allergy is acrylic copolymers. If it's HEMA, you might have some options. But again, I make no recommendations for anybody to try anything. Okay, I love this username, okay? You ready? Wait for it. Jots and Tittles. I love that username. I clumsily gave myself a gel allergy back in 2015. Talk about nobody knowing what one was. 10 years ago, 11 years ago. She's like, I gave it complete with onycholysis and nail bed pain. Been there. There may have been a clear fungus involved too. Yeah, that seems to be a thing. If it's not healing, fungus may be an issue. This all took years to heal. Do you have any experience with semi-cured nail strips? I wondered if these might be a safer option because they aren't liquid. Thanks for this informative video. Do I have experience with semi-cured nail? Have you met me? No. Okay, so let's talk about that. I tried semi-cured nail strips, and the two pros that I can say about them were that they were easy to apply and they hid the ridges on my nails. Another pro, I guess, was that they didn't trigger my allergy. So, I mean, I guess that's the main pro, right? Because that's the question that she's asking. So those were the main pros. The cons were, even though they're easy to apply, they're hard to file and shape properly. So that takes a little bit of a learning curve. But other than that, like, I really like that. I also like nail stickers. And when I say that, I mean like the sticker strips, like the nail polish strips that aren't the semi-cured where you just put them on, fold them over, and file them off. I like those as well. Aunt Lala, another great username, says, as if I didn't learn my lesson last time. Girl, I am feeling that. I just had to do my own nails again for Thanksgiving. This is a month ago. I'm paying the price now. It's always 24 hours later. Okay. That is in writing, so no more of that, Aunt Lala. She also questioned about making my own press-ons. Evidently, she didn't watch all my videos, or like she was brand new to the channel, so she didn't know like that's what my channel's actually about. She kind of found me through this video. So her question was, what do you mean when you say you make your own press-ons? I'm heartbroken of all the money I just dumped into Amazon for this gel stuff. But you said something, you can make them and put them on. I'm confused by that, but this is my first video watching of yours and about to create a playlist, so you might answer my question in those. I'm sure I answered that question 10 times over, if not 100 times over. My hands looked way worse than yours did, but I had every symptom you did and a couple added bonus ones. So Aunt Lala, I am sure that by now you know what I mean, and you have watched some videos and you see what I do, and you know that I also sell my press-ons on Etsy if you would like to just buy those. However, if you are not healed yet, please don't, because that is not the point of this video. But yeah, give us an update. Let us know how you are doing, and I would love to also see if you watched some of my other videos and now you know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so I hope that you found the comments and questions, my elaborations, all of that really, really informative. And I'm going to just touch base real quick on my favorite products that I've been loving so far. And you can find all of these on my Amazon storefront. Link is below. Okay, so a lot of people mentioned using gloves. Okay, so I actually use nitrile examination gloves. These are the ones that I got. They're the pink ones. These are called Cherry Blossom. I wear a medium, and I have like rather large hands. And I was going to buy the large, but I'm glad I didn't. I got the medium. So there is a measurement thing on the side that you can measure your hands. So if I do that, where am I coming? Right here. I actually come in at a small, but the mediums fit perfect. So up a size is my suggestion. But yeah, these are 4 mil. So I don't go to the 7 and 8 mil, but I'm also not doing the amount of nails that a nail tech is doing. And again, if it starts to bother me or if I feel my allergy being triggered, I will put my gloves on. And don't forget, you can also wear 2 sets of gloves if you really want to. Okay, let's get into the nail recommendations because honestly, these are my go-to products. All right, so the first thing that you need to have supply-wise is a really great glass nail file. This is the Maniology glass nail file. I have some linked on my storefront, not the Maniology ones, but if you would like a Maniology one, you can use my code below to get 10% off. But have a glass nail file for your natural nails. The next thing you want to do is get the CND Solar Oil. This is the really big jar. What size is this? This is the 2.3 ounces. And this is probably like my, I don't know, 4th, 5th jar of this. So I use this big one and I fill up my little bottle. I think it's a 1 ounce bottle downstairs in the living room. So I always have cuticle oil on hand, and I'm constantly putting cuticle oil on. And the reason I don't wear nail polish most of the time in my videos is because my nails will just get so messed up with the amount of stamping and acetone I use. It just gets so messy. It's easier for me to keep them protected with a base coat, and I only put like colors on when I'm actually, going somewhere. So my base coats that I have been using, already, if you watch my channel, that my all-time favorite base coat is the SE Smoothie base coat. This is a ridge filling base coat. I don't know if that's focusing. I hope it is. But yeah, so this is like my favorite base coat ever. 2 coats of this will protect your nails from showering, from bathing, washing dishes. One of the things that, like, we have a hot tub at the house, so if we go in the hot tub and I don't have my base coat on, my nails literally will become duck nails. They are like flat as a pancake, and this just protects them from water. A new product that I have been wanting to share with you, a new base coat that I found that I am like obsessed with right now, is the Orly Nail Retouch. One, how cute is this bottle, okay? It is so cute. So this is what that looks like. And I had to order this directly from Orly, but it might be on Amazon now. Let me actually check that because I have my other computer over here. So let me look and see. Oily Nail Retouch, and it is on Amazon. So I will pop that into my Amazon storefront for you guys. It's $13, worth every penny. So cute. I am doing a little freeze frame here because I got so into the cute packaging that I totally forgot to tell you what this product does. So this is a ridge filling base coat, and I use 2 coats of it, and it just gives my nails a really pretty pink hue and completely finished look. You can even put some clear top coat over it to finish it off, and it just looks really, really pretty. I'm totally obsessed, and I think you'll love it as much as I do. Okay. And my final product recommendation, and of course these are all regular products, is the Essie Good to Go Quick Dry Top Coat. This is the top coat that you will see me use on myself, and I used to use it in all my tutorial videos when I was using regular polish. Now most of my tutorial videos are gel because it's what I'm making for my Etsy shop. But this is the absolute best quick dry top coat, and I just love it so much. Hold on, I need a drink. I've been talking so much, I need a drink. And this mug is in my Etsy shop also, because, yeah, love it. Sorry. Okay, so I think that's it for the video. We talked about my nail update. We talked about the questions and comments from the first video. I would like to invite you to comment on anything you have questions about that we touched base on here, and of course over on the other video as well. Feel free to share your own story. I do try to get back to everyone, and of course we have such a good community that if I don't get back to you right away, somebody else will. Somebody will, chime in and, with their thoughts or recommendations. But like I said, I would really like to keep the product recommendations as far as gel products go to 0. If you found a really great regular polish or an indie brand that you love that's regular polish, or nail supply or great clippers that you love, feel free to pop that in there and just become part of the community, and let's help each other get well. So thank you again so much for watching today. I hope you found this video super informative. I look forward to hearing from the updates. If people want to chime in and let us know how you're doing now, if you were one of the original posters, and if you're new and want to share, I can't wait to hear from you and hear your story. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you in the next video. Bye.